Left, your left, hey. Left, right, your left. You got it.
Trucker. Dockers, roll out. You're watching or listening to We Got Your 6 and 6 Patriot Playtime. We the people, the People's Patriot Project.
Looking for a place to put your skill set, your thoughts, and ideas, or want to help continue the mission? You have come to the right place. We are the People's Patriot Project, and we are the shock and awe when it comes to meeting the needs of our veterans and first responders. We are dealing with a new enemy in today's world where the wounds are not always seen. We want you to be a part of this mission in saving lives and making a difference. Welcome to We Got Your 6 at 6 Patriot Playtime. Here's the WeP3 Team bringing you today's best heroes hits in the boots on the ground organizations that are saving lives. And as always, Patriot Pride.
Left, your left, hey. Left, right, your left. You got it. Trucker.
Okay, just kidding. Sorry. There's so many little things to click. I clicked it twice. Dang it. Here I was going to show Peterson I could do this without flawlessly. But there we go. So the picture that didn't take long. Is up. You got to scroll. Now I woofta. Whoo. So I was sweaty for a minute and now I'm not sweaty. But Timothy Newton, it's good to see you tonight from Battle Buddies while he's here with us. Stephen Cade. Thanks for being around. Tammy is here. And I think I saw a few more people on some other platforms. So very cool. Thank you for being here tonight. Welcome to the show. This is We Got Your 6 at 6 with the People's Patriot Project. Every week we bring you a guest. A lot of times we bring a new musician. This week it's a new, not new to everybody musician. We'll have Shannon Book here in the house in a little bit. We've got Gabriel Wren here. He has got Trinity Productions. He's going to tell us what he's been up to, what's coming up, what he likes to do, and maybe even more. We are not screening him, so we'll see how this goes. Tonight, we want to say this is brought to you by Fishing for Life, and we've got Wounded Warriors Guide Service of Northern Minnesota. And then we always like to mention Bobby and Peggy Krutzinger with Operation Texas Strong, because they are always moving and rolling, and I think they had one or two more campers, motor homes, RVs that they homed somebody in this week. So amazing. Oh, and as long as I'm talking about that and I have, all these controls, we'll just remind, okay, then it went crazy. Let's remind everybody how it went last week. We had this gnarly group presenting, and this is a coordination of 4 and maybe 5 groups of nonprofits together to so this couple, Jerry in the Navy shirt and his wife in the Iowa Hawkeyes shirt, donated this amazing motorhome to a vet who was about to be homeless. He has got a job. He's got everything he needed, except this home thing kind of popped up on him. And Jonathan was able to go down there and kind of run the show. Of course, we could have used a Trinity Productions guy, but I mean, we got to pay those guys sometimes. Jonathan went for fun. So that was cool. That was good news and a bright spot. So it is the 12th of March, 2023, and Shannon Book is now in the house as well. Before we get started, you guys, we are going to ask that you take off your hats, stand and cover your heart if you can do all that, and join us for the Pledge of Allegiance. Oh. Ready? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, and with liberty and justice for all. Okay, dude, I looped that thing, and I think we got it done in time. I don't know if I've ever looped it before. So. The next sweaty moment is all done. Woohoo!
You're such a professional.
Oh my goodness, I should never admit that I don't know what I'm doing, but I don't always. Derek is here. Jeremy Daniels, thank you for being here. Facebook user. Shoot, I'll go grab that thing. I also wanted to talk about Peterson's his intro thingy on Facebook, where it says, I gotta look because I didn't memorize it. What did he say? Lead me, move on, or get the hell out of the way. Here we come this week, and nothing is slowing us down. And I gotta thank Jeremy Daniels. That became a mantra. I can't make it play again. Okay, so that's kind of a mantra. Don't stand in the way. There's a lot of people that talk about wanting to help and be supportive and blah blah blah, and that's great. We love that. We love that once you get started doing what you say you're going to do. So I don't know, you guys, this is the link Peterson has that he shares every week that will allow you to hopefully get your name on Facebook if you want it on, and to see everyone's comments. You know what we'll do? Here we go. This is Tammy is here. Jonathan, you might have done this already. I wasn't in a spot. Stephen Cade. Stephen Cade always has praise. Okay, I don't know what. There we go. Okay, well, it says it's popped up. I don't know. I think we might be fighting each other. Patriot people. So now we have these guys here on the screen. Jonathan, do you have some news you would like to share?
Yes, ma'am. We have a lot of news. A little bit of run over from last week. We were still in the month of March, and March is the month of the military caregiver. And Americans recognize and honor military caregivers and sacrifices and successes during the month of March. And my personal opinion is that the military caregiver, the mother, the wife, they're an undervalued, often overlooked part of the military, and their sacrifices are on par with the sacrifices of the people they support, and they should not be overlooked at all. Yesterday, or this morning, we swapped over into daylight savings time. So if you're tired, there's a reason for that. March 13th is K9 Veterans Day. National effort to make March 13th K9 Veterans Day. 1942 is the official birthday of the United States K9 Corps. And so it seems only right to annually honor their sacrifice on that day. They served to save, and they deserve to be remembered as well. March 15th is the American Legion's 97th birthday. It was 1919 when the American Legion caucus was convened in Paris, coordinated by members of the American Expeditionary Force. Weary from war and its effects, they were concerned about their lives after discharge, the welfare of their comrades, and the general condition of our nation. The concerns gave rise to a value system, and the American Legion swiftly became the nation's largest veteran service organization. Today, they have 2.4 million members, and they're strong and relevant, and you can find them pretty much almost anywhere. A different note, the VA has dropped the mask mandate in most VA facilities. So unless your area is considered a high risk for COVID-19, you probably will not be required to wear a mask anymore. They do remain mandatory in areas where COVID-19 may pose a threat to vulnerable patients like intensive care, chemotherapy, and things like that. But as far as just attending a regular VA facility, shouldn't have to wear them anymore.
Shouldn't have to wear a period.
Ever.
Oh my gosh.
Ever.
I think it's kind of funny that Peterson is not here because I think I was told by him that, first of all, he eats that shit for breakfast. And then second of all, he's not wearing a mask till they say I have to wear a mask, which seems to work for him. Me, they're like, here, you need this, ma'am. And then him, he's like, the airport one time. He's like, they're like, okay, go on through. I'm like, she's not wearing a mask. Why do I have to wear a mask? But anyway, nobody's gonna tell him.
Listen, man, I'm gonna tell you, like, I don't know anything. Like, I'm not a doctor, but I may or may not have spent a couple nights in a Holiday Inn Express, and I may or may not have been a corpsman for 17 years. That was the dumbest, most ridiculous pandemic on the planet.
Did you say pandemic? Is that what you said?
Yes, that's what I said.
That's what I thought I heard.
Thank you for making sure that everybody understood
Yes.
what I was talking about. I appreciate that.
Yeah, no worries, brother.
Yeah,
Scotty,
absolutely.
what the hell are you doing?
Look at that Scotty Hastings. He's been busy.
That dude smells like bad decisions and shame, and I love him.
Dude, I think he smelled like honey one time when I was there.
That's creepy.
Well, he asked for it, so
I'm sure he did.
yeah. It's a singer thing. You should know this. Do you know each other, Gabriel and Shannon? Have you ever met?
Gabriel, you look familiar, but I don't know.
Where are you at?
I'm in Austin, man.
Are you? Yeah, I'm in Nashville.
That's creepy. Nobody likes that place.
Nobody likes Austin. We talking about that's the hipster
I mean, you're not
capital of the
wrong.
world.
You're not wrong entirely, but you're not right either.
Well, here's what I think happened. I think y'all probably ran into each other because Gabe here has also been known to stay at Holiday Inn Express.
Yeah, I heard that too.
Shocked. I'm not shocked.
Yeah.
Probably
Yeah.
this.
Well, so I'll tell you, like you're telling me that nobody likes Austin right now, and everybody in the world is here because South by is happening. So.
Oh yeah, no doubt. It's a big hippie music festival for hipsters.
That you're not wrong. Exactly. That's exactly right.
It's if you want a flat brimmed hat, go to Austin. That's where you're gonna find that.
Not only do you want a flat brimmed hat, if you want a flat brimmed cowboy hat that has been treated with hairspray and fire, then and maybe even a couple of like flowers and daffodils and shit. Like you can get all kinds of cool.
Yeah, and only if it's a Charlie One Horse, because
Fuck, we're gonna be friends. It's gonna be bad.
Oh,
It's gonna be
no,
bad.
no.
It's gonna be bad. We're gonna cause all kinds of like shit across the globe. I promise.
Oh
That's what's
man.
gonna
I'm
happen.
really kind of liking it. I'm really kind of
Yeah.
Scotty. Well, I mean, you said hippie music festival, and we are actually so we're setting up a festival in Dallas on the 27th.
Right.
And I made friends with another big event that's happening down there the next day at noon. It starts. So
You're
really,
welcome. You're
thank
welcome.
you. Yes, I mean they were amazing people. Oh
Yeah,
my
they are.
gosh. And they're actually up here, so I'm hoping to maybe run into at least one of the ladies that I talked to. When I say it starts the day after, it really starts like the April 1st, I think. So anyway, we'll talk about that later. So that's our Dallas show on the 27th. We got a cool lineup. Waiting on a couple others to say yes or no. And then we're trying to do a hippie music festival in Austin later in the summer.
Can you bleep me out? Because I'm gonna say F a lot.
You can say.
We-
So you know where the Texas Music Ranch is, don't you? We don't have the bleeper.
Yes, I know where the Texas music.
Okay, so seriously, I think we're gonna have 2,000 people there. It's gonna be amazing. Maybe 4,000. It's gonna be really cool.
Are you offering like Molly and shit? Is that what you're doing?
Dude, I don't know anything about that. What are you talking about?
I don't either. But I can tell you how many times I was offered Molly yesterday and or 2 days ago in South by. It was weird. It's creepy.
Oh, look at that. Shannon, you're being outed by Scotty at the moment.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
also
What did he say? Hold on. What did he say?
He said, you know,
Shannon
talk
can
all the
talk all the
smack
shit
you
he
want, but
wants
you
and
go,
comes
yeah.
here and writes. He's not wrong. He's not wrong.
okay, but
Listen,
he
I'll
did.
be honest with you. I'll be honest with you. I love Nashville. What I don't. The only thing I don't like about Nashville is that it's just. I feel like it became a lot of cookie cutter stuff.
Oh yeah.
But at the end of the day, and maybe you can attest to this as well, Gabriel. But L.A., Nashville, Austin, like music has just become cookie cutter. Like it's just gotten, like I don't know, man. It's like it's. I don't even know.
Well,
I don't even
we're
know how to
seeing-
explain it anymore.
We're seeing a revamp of 90s country as far as the country scene goes in Nashville. You
Right.
know, and I think the Texas music had a lot to do with bringing that back out because, you know, the guys like Cody Johnson and Cody Jinks and the guys that are true, you know,
Troubadours.
yeah, players and singers, man, the real
Right.
deal. You know, those
Right.
guys started bringing back that sound, and Nashville is every bit of a cookie cutter music town these days because it's run by a bunch of, you know, non-musical record execs. It's not
Right.
ran by people with passion. It's ran by people with money.
Right. That's well, and Austin's the same flipping way, man.
Oh, that's why
Austin's the
South
same
by
damn thing.
Southwest got started. It's because they
Right.
found a way to make money. They're like, oh, we'll just
Exactly.
bring all this garbage pop country down here.
We're gonna put all these hip hop freaking
Yeah.
hippie fuckers in a bunch of circles and let them play music, and then we're gonna charge people to come in and hang out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, there's a spot right up here. Not many people know about this, but the old Johnny Cash farm is in Centerville. Well, technically it's Bon Aqua, but Johnny owned a building on the corner, and he would do shows there once in a while, and he would charge $1 a seat.
Yeah.
So that the locals
Wasn't it
could
just
come
like
play.
it was a little shed right on the corner of the street, right? Like a small
It's
building or whatever.
a little building. It used to be an old store.
Yeah, old
Yeah.
storefront. Yeah.
Yeah, I work out of there sometimes with a few buddies of mine in the film business. And
Dude, have you ever been? And I know we're gonna get off on tangents and shit, but I'm glad we're talking. Like this is kind of cool. I like networking with musicians. But have you ever been to the Mandrill farm?
oh yeah, no. Vanessa Mandrell. She's Earlene Mandrell's daughter. She's a friend of mine. I've been over there.
Yeah.
Visit a place. It's
That's cool. That's creepy. Early Mandrill. I did some clay shooting with her not too long ago. Probably it's been a couple years ago. Was it Earlene?
the drummer. Earlene's a drummer.
Yeah, the blonde girl.
Well, that
Right.
doesn't narrow it down.
No, you're not. You're not wrong. Well, yeah. So Barbara, everybody knows Barbara, and then there's Earlene and the other,
Yep.
like popular sister, but I can't remember her name. Whatever. Anyway, it was a big family, obviously, but
Oh yeah.
Earlene was the. Hey, I'm pretty sure Earlene was a drummer. She does a lot of skeet shooting, and she's a shooter. Like I had no idea. Like, I had no idea. Like she's a hunter shooter kind of chick. Cool.
That's awesome.
Little quirky, but cool nonetheless. But yeah, that farm is pretty awesome, man. That farm is like huge, and
Oh yeah.
it's got a little winery there, and
The Fontenelle Mansion area.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't own it anymore. I mean, it's been bought, but it still carries the name.
Right. What is this asshole saying? All music towns are corporate is what is want to hear music, and that isn't ran by corporations. You have to listen to real Oklahoma red dirt music. What?
He spelled that wrong. It should be Oklahoma.
Shut up, Scotty. I love you. I'm Gabriel's not wrong. You should have said like you should have spelled it Oklahoma.
Yep.
And that red dirt. I don't even, man. We're about to get unpolitically correct in here.
Who came out of Oklahoma? Didn't what's his name? That's on The Voice. That guy, didn't he come out?
Blake
of Oklahoma?
Shelton.
Yeah. Didn't he out of Oklahoma? That ain't real music.
Wait, what's his name again?
Blake Balake Shelton.
Never heard of her.
That guy.
Yeah.
Don't get us in trouble.
Wasn't Garth Brooks? Wasn't he out of Oklahoma too?
I mean, that's what they say. Pretty sure that dude was from like LA.
Yeah. I liked him better as Chris Gaines.
I did too. Even like him wearing that freaking, he was wearing the button-up shirts with the freaking like the Reebok pumps with the hair and the ball cap and shit. Oh my gay. Oh my gay. Hello, Garth. How are you?
Oh no.
Like, hi, I'm Chris Gaines. Dude, what the actual F is wrong with you? Like, you're not supposed to let people know that you're trying to be somebody. You're not supposed to give somebody your real personal name and then like plume de nom afterwards and try to be that person as well. Like, it just doesn't make any sense.
Hold on, I just brought that up for you.
Yeah.
I don't even know what to do with your face right. How I feel so.
You know what? He looks almost like Tom Cruise, but Ben Stiller when Ben Stiller plays Tom.
Yes.
That's a perfect analogy.
It is a perfect analogy. You are not wrong.
I mean, this is my personal favorite.
Oh my gay. I don't even know what to say. Like, I feel like Mark, listen, I need you to leave us alone. We're jacking up your show. I don't even know what to say. Wow. Holy balls. And you know what? I was a huge fan of Garth. Probably his first 2 albums. And then after that, like it all just kind of started feeling like the same music.
Well, yeah, it's because that was it. I mean, they found the way to sell it, so they went a bunch of mid-tempo and a few up-tempos, and everything fits in the same, mold. That's that cookie cutter music.
Hey, we're gonna play Shameless like 6 different ways.
Right.
Cool.
Don't we? I think Scotty.
I think one of his best songs was the cowboy song.
Absolutely.
I mean, that was to me, that was a great song because that was a real sit around, the campfire cowboy song.
Yes. And dude, I hate to say this, but I think I'm a huge fan of Chris Ledoux, and
why are we letting Shannon have any say in country music?
Scotty, listen, because I'm from the original metal place, which is Kentucky, where bluegrass started, which is the original metal. So you can take your haphazardly Oklahoma ass and put it somewhere else. Anyway, Like, what was it? Chris Ledoux,
Oh yeah.
like, was, and then he brings on Garth, and I was like, Chris, what are you doing? What why? Like, why would you put him in a song? Because like, you just became just as bubblegum as he did.
Mm-hmm.
It's so sad.
Yeah, Chris is one of my favorites. In fact, my publicist, she was Chris's publicist up until he passed. I mean,
Oh wow.
yeah, she represented him for a long time.
Speaking of publicists, like, I mean, if you can help a brother out, I could use one.
Oh, contact Kat at Music City Media. She's great, man. She's a great lady.
Fuck, I need a pen. Words, stuff,
So-
things.
I was just thinking that Shannon and Scotty have this little dialogue. I feel like, what should we start with a song, Shannon?
Oh wow.
What do you think?
Sure.
Maybe a little "I Need to Breathe." Oh,
Okay, that sounds good to me.
He says you guys turned on. He said, "Bro, I'm from Kentucky too. I stayed true to my roots, and you turned your back on us."
No, you went across the freaking border to Tennessee, you fool.
oh no! Oh no! All right.
went-
Well,
You went to the drinking state because we were dry forever.
there you go. That is it.
Yeah, no, that would be awesome. I would.
Yeah?
Sure.
Tell me
like-
about why are we playing? Why'd you rate this?
So
What does it mean?
I Need to Breathe. We're gonna play I Need to Breathe Rewired, I'm guessing, right?
Yeah.
So I Need to Breathe was written probably 2 weeks after I got back from Fallujah in 2004. And I was having a moment. I was sitting at a coffee shop and I was having a moment, and I could not. I was having a panic attack. I couldn't catch my breath. I couldn't. You know how that the tidal volume, you go to the top of your breath and you hit the tidal part of your volume and you're like, oh, whew, right? I couldn't get there. I just couldn't. I couldn't get to the tidal volume. And it would just. I kept trying to get to the ceiling, and it would never get to the ceiling. And then I started to panic more. And my buddy's wife, well, she was his fiance at the time. He had just left to go back over to replace us in Fallujah. And we were having coffee. And she looked at me and she goes, "Why don't you put that into a song?" And I was like, "Right now I'm just having a hard time breathing, fool." And she said, "Grab your guitar." And I grabbed my guitar and I sat there in front of that coffee shop and wow. Where the hell were we? We were in I want to say Carlsbad or maybe San Clemente, one of those places. And that song was born in like 5 minutes. She helped me start a few pieces of lyrics, and then it was off to the races. And by the time we were done, that song was born, and it just has grown from there. So that's what this song's about. This song is about coming home from something insane, and then everything calming down, and then not knowing what to do with all that energy.
Mm-hmm. Very good. Very good description. We're going to play I Need to Breathe by Shannon Book.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It's so easy for you to sit there. I can't help but think have nothing to fear. Everything I've done has been good to me. Because you're the one that starts all my day. 'Cause I need to breathe just for one day. And I need to breathe. And I've got to get away. I can't get away to this, 'cause it makes me miss my soul. Maybe if I confess, I can lay it to rest. Let it all go. I can't sleep at night. I have horrible dreams. And all these things inside will be a part of the scene. And I can't help but think that this will never end. When will I feel my heart? When does the peace begin? 'Cause I need to breathe just for one day. And I need to breathe. And I've got to get away. I can't get away to this, 'cause it makes me miss my soul. Maybe if I confess, I can lay it to rest. Let it all go. I need to breathe. I need to breathe. I need to breathe. And I need to. I can't deal with this, 'cause it makes me miss my soul. Maybe if I confess, I can lay it to rest. Let it all go. Let it all go. I'm gonna let it all go.
Oh no, turn that shit off again.
All right, I figured it out.
Okay.
I figured it out.
This is gonna be good. I can already feel this coming.
All right. What was the name of the band that we were with before?
Vetted.
Vetted. So they actually, at some point, Vetted asked me to do
Audition for my spot.
probably
Yeah.
at some point. I
Right.
remember that. It's been years ago.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Like that band has fractured and fallen apart probably 6-7 years ago.
Yeah, at least that. Yeah, it's been
Yeah.
at least
Yeah.
because I was doing.
I left like 7 years ago because I couldn't sell what we were selling anymore.
Right.
And I was like, because I had a moment, and I was like, we're selling all this like suicide prevention and suicide awareness, and I'm in the hospital, and nobody come to visit. Like,
Yeah.
like God bless them, whatever. All that aside, none of that. Like, I was like, at this point, I can't do this anymore. Like, I'm not going to be a part of this. I can't be out here actually not doing what we say we're doing and allowing my music to be a part of it.
Right.
And then they, of course, they took my music on and did whatever. Blah, 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 blah. Long story short, God bless them.
So that's because as soon as that song started, I went, why do I know this song?
Right.
And I'm like, I've heard this song before. Why? And it was in a series of songs that they had sent me to try to do for an audition. I never ended up doing the audition.
Right.
I don't remember what was going on. I was doing a TV show at the time called Outlaw Country, and I'd written music for that.
Right.
And I think that was taking priority over everything that I was doing. So
nobody likes you right now, Scotty. I'm gonna need you to just chill out.
yeah, can we block him for a while?
Yeah, can we just tell Scotty to go back?
One more
Listen,
setting.
I need
I'll
you to
put
go
one
over
more
there into the
setting.
corner and eat your pudding like every other kid in the room. Just be quiet. So, but like, let's just say that I think that you made the right decision because there was a lot of
I did an acoustic.
I don't even want to talk bad about him anymore.
I did an acoustic version of Dear Mom.
What?
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah. That was one of your songs. I remember now.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dear Mom. I did an acoustic version of it because he asked me just to send him an acoustic of it, of something. And I took Dear Mom and I did kind of an acoustic rendition of it, changed it up a little bit the way that I wanted to sing it. But yeah.
Did you turn it into a country song?
No. Let me see if I still have it in my notes.
Yeah, let's hear that if you have it, because
I would be really surprised if I still had it, but I mean, I've got hundreds of songs in here from my notes.
I don't even know. Was Shannon's part of the Wiggles at what? I can't with you, bro. I can't with you right now. Listen, if anybody in this room, in this chat room right now is part of the Wiggles, it had to be you. I may or may not look at you as like Poe from what's that show?
is that the
Teletubbies? Like
Teletubbies? Yeah. Oh.
Hi, my name is Mark Peterson, and I'm
2016. 2016.
Yeah, that's when I left. Right after Invictus. Yeah.
Oh.
True story.
I knew there was gonna have to be a connection. I knew it. Almost.
That's
Gabriel, I am very pleasured. I'm very pleased to meet you, man.
Oh, here.
Uh-oh.
Write down what's itching inside of my mind, and it's been too long since we have talked, nothing at all. Oh, I wish you could call. I know you're lost. Please don't you worry. Be in a hurry and just stay strong.
Anyway, that was awesome with that.
That's a great. I like that.
That was capo 9 fret, half a step down.
Dude, I like that.
Wow.
Yeah.
I like that a lot.
That's wild.
This was
Who
crazy.
would've thought?
I don't even know what to say right now. Like it's,
It's a
I'm
great
gonna
song.
say
Well,
every
thanks,
single
man. I appreciate it.
every single week this happens. Like at least once a month, if not more, where the people we have on here, and this is, I don't believe in coincidence. So there's a reason you guys are meeting right now, actually
Oh,
face
yeah.
to face, because
God has
Well,
a
I
lot
mean-
to do with a lot of things. For
Oh,
sure.
sure.
Mhm.
It's
Yep.
the only reason I'm alive.
You and me both, brother. You and me both. Like, what did you do before music?
Well, I was in the Marines. I was in the Army. I was in the Air Force.
Oh, that's what's wrong with you. I got it.
Yeah.
You're one of those transgender kids.
Yeah. 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 What do they call that? Yeah. I guess transgender is probably a good name for it.
I mean, it's close enough.
I was a
I
cross.
mean,
I guess I was a
you
cross.
were having an
dresser.
identity
Yeah.
crisis across 3 branches of service.
I was cross dressing. You know.
You were definitely a cross-dresser. I was a cross-dresser because I was a corpsman in the Navy wearing United States Marine Corps Alphas and Charlies.
Yeah.
So every Marine called me a cross-dressing Navy guy.
well,
And
hey.
every sailor hated me when I stood in the freaking Marine Corps chow line. Whatever. I don't care. But
But you know, I was in music, and then you know, I got out of the military in gosh 2012. Moved to Nashville in 2013. Accidentally got into music.
yeah,
And then
it's kind of like falling into some dude's wife, like slipping over the carpet and no.
that's somewhat how it happened.
Beep,
Gotcha.
beep.
But yeah, no, I got into music, and a friend of mine, a guy that I had met, was a producer of a TV show, and he showed it to me, and I just kind of had the words and wrote them down, and
Right on.
kind of picked up the guitar and started trying to figure out how to write this song, and then I gave it to him, and he was like, "Man, this is a great song," you know, and it was called "On the Outside." It was kind of rocky country.
Yeah,
But it was very much cinematic because it was geared towards the TV show.
like it's very airy. What's
The song was called "On the
aromatic
Outside."
and yeah. Okay, I got you.
It was very it was very, you know, slow and very airy.
Big and airy and
Yeah. And
right. Yeah. Thanks, Tim. Appreciate it.
well, I stumbled and fell into, you know, the music biz. That's what happened to me. But
I was kind
anyway,
of quoting The Last Boy Scout, that part where Bruce Willis is like, "So what'd you do, Tom? Walk in here, slip
Oh,
over
yeah.
the carpet, and fall into my wife's vagina?"
Yeah. Music is a lot like that. I mean,
It kind of is.
yeah.
yeah, but I ended up in the music, and then you know, I went from 0 to 60
Yeah.
real quick.
Yeah.
And I got involved in, you know, drinking and the road life, and just kind of came to a point where every time I was on the road, I wanted to be home, but every time I was home, I wanted to be on the road. And
Sounds like a deployment.
yeah, it is very much so. And I was
Exactly what it
stuck
was like,
in that.
yeah.
I was stuck in that mental cycle anyway, right?
Yep.
Because 2010, 2011, I was in Afghanistan. 2012, at the end of 2011, when I came home, I started my own company and immediately left. And then I would go out for a while, and then I'd come home, and then I'd go out for a while, and I'd come home, and I just got stuck in that cycle
Right.
of, you know, wanting to be where I wasn't.
Right.
And one day I was sitting there, and I was sitting on my couch, and I was just sitting there, and my son was standing over here on the side of me. And he's just standing there looking at me, and he's like 7 years old at the time, 6, 7 years old. And he's just staring at me. And I remember just being so irritated and so frustrated in my own self-hatred.
Why are you looking at me, boy?
That's exactly it.
Yeah.
That's what I did. I looked at him, I was like, "What do you want?"
Right.
And he looks at me and he goes, "Can I have a hug?"
Yeah.
Oh.
That's all he wanted.
Yeah.
And it crushed me, dude. And like in this moment that seemed to take forever, God grabbed me and goes, "Look, dude, you failed as a man, you failed as a husband, you failed as a father, but we can fix all of it
Right.
if you let go."
Dude.
And I did, dude, and I've never been the same.
That's so awesome. That's such an amazing story. Trust me, yeah, there's a reason that you and I are talking today, and thank you guys for making this happen.
Yeah.
So, you know, I mean, I've been sober now for almost 2.5 years. Let's see. Let's get the exact number.
You got a sober calculator?
Oh, I do.
Yeah.
I do, because fuck, why not?
For sure.
I have 29 months of sobriety. So 882 days of sobriety.
Wow.
And, you know, I'm not going to tell anybody the 12-step program is not necessary, but I can tell you that it didn't take 12-step program for me. Like, I know for the longest time in my life that alcohol I wasn't addicted to it. It was just easy to fucking numb everything with.
Sure.
It's a great medication. And being in the medical world, being in the medical world anyway, like, all right, well, we don't talk about that because we don't have time. We got stuff to do, you know. And I spent the bigger part of my career basically working with Marines. Like I didn't do Like people call me a sailor, and I'm like,
No, dude, you're a Marine. If you were a field corpsman, you're a Marine.
right. But I did 17 years in the Navy, and probably 15 of that I wore tricolors.
Yeah.
And freaking Eagle Globe and anchors. I'm from the era of where we used to like actual iron an Eagle Globe and anchor patch and USMC on our freaking left pocket.
What year did you go in?
94.
Yeah, I was 97. I was the last of that generation.
Right. And right. So what? 97 to 2000. So I got out in 97 and I was out for about a year and I came back in. Yep. And they're like, "Oh, you can't be a corpsman. We're going to have to." I'm like, "I'm going to go back to being a corpsman, but I'm going to be a diver. I'm going to be a 2 Charlie, deep sea diver." And they're like, "Well, you're going to have to do it some other way cuz whatever." Okay, cool. Like that's just going to charge you money. Understanding government spending was like, I don't know, whatever. It's weird. So I was like, "Listen, why don't you just make me a corpsman again?" "Well, because our Creo rates and this and that and the other." And I'm like, whatever. So I came back in after a year as a quartermaster. So I did like 10 months on a boat, did drug ops, and I basically navigated and did sick call on a frigate. And from there, I got a lateral conversion and went from quartermaster to corpsman, and then went to dive school, and then 9/11 happened, and then it was time to go to war. I dropped school and see ya.
Yeah.
So,
what's crazy?
And I went straight to First Marines, so I was right back in the box.
So did you go over with the MEU?
I went over with 15th MEU.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So some of the guys that I was stationed with at Miramar, when I got out in 01 from the Marine Corps, they went on the MEU.
Yeah. VFA 311.
Well, it would have been for them. It would have been MWSS 373, 374.
Yeah, 373. Right. So the rotor blade guys.
So they lost some of the guys that I was with got
lost
over.
3 birds.
Well, yeah, and one of the guys was actually got killed in a firefight, and they were there. I mean, in Fallujah, and so in 2005 I rejoined because of where you were at and what you went through. Because I was 20 something years old, feeling completely worthless.
Right.
And so I joined.
I can relate.
Yeah.
I can relate because when I retired, and dude, I retired at that's been a long time ago. Like that's like I look back and I'm like, oh, I retired in 2010. Like it's been 13 years. Like I retired in 2010, and when they medically retired me, see, I was on my way. I was on my way to, my goal was to put on an anchor, take over an aid station. I already had all that in the plans, and then go to MARSOC. Like I wanted to go back and shoot. Like I was like,
yeah,
like I'm like this is where I belong. And then they were like, I may or may not have gotten in a little trouble. Alcohol is a bad animal. 17 years of service, decorated sailor. Fortunately, there was nobody trying to hang me.
Yeah.
And I had some really good people speak up on my behalf. And at that moment, I mean, I had some people that were like, "Oh, I'm not taking the blame for that." Sad leadership or whatever. But at the end of the day, what was done right. And I was broken and destroyed from that point anyway. I was already jacked up. Like I came back from Fallujah after OF1, OF2. I came back from Fallujah and went straight to a schoolhouse.
Mm.
I really never left Fallujah because I took it there every day. I built, like, I don't know if you got to experience so you weren't a sailor, right? You weren't a sailor.
No, I was a Marine.
You were a Marine.
Yeah.
You're a Marine, an airman, and a whatever that is, and a soldier. I'm just giving you a hard time.
I know. I did all three, but you know what I also did? I took $10,000 bonuses.
You're not dumb. Trust me, I know you're not dumb.
That's why I did
it. Right. Well played, sir. Well played. I really can't give you any more shit than I already have. So, but I came back and I created the sim lab that they have today. And it was, at first, it was quite gory and quite bloody. I mean, and then the commanding officer was like, "Hey, man, we need to turn this down a little bit. We're causing some stress on some people." I'm like, "Well, that guy right over here that just got his throat cut for not signing a document, like that happens for real." He goes, "Yeah, but these people are like 17, 18, 19-year-old kids. Like, you don't need to do that to them." I'm like, they're going to see it here, or they're going to see it out there.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so I was a little off. I mean, granted, I did some stuff with, some head teams here and there, and like probably saw some stuff I probably shouldn't have seen, but it is what it is, man. And then I came back and started doing music like you.
Yeah.
Like music became my therapy.
Yeah. Yeah, it's what it was, man. I'll tell you what. So I came back and I didn't have, by 2011, 2012, the deployments were not 2003, 2004.
Right.
I mean, we were in a rhythm. We had, bases and things set up. And
right.
It wasn't the wild, wild west, but, and not to take anything away from those deployments, but I came home and, my biggest enemy was being at home. Being back, because I wanted to be where I was,
right.
And I had this old Vietnam vet that I met at the VA. He was a counselor, and he was actually an interesting bird. He was a Vietnam vet and a Gulf War vet.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So he was Vietnam, got out, came back, went to the Gulf.
No shit.
Yeah. Really cool dude named Ronnie out of Northern California at the VA there. Super great guy. Spent a lot of time talking with me. We hung out a lot.
Right on.
And then another Vietnam vet got me out of the house by getting me into flying model airplanes.
That's cool.
Like because it took all the focus you had was trying not to let that plane crash.
Right.
And so it would take your brain off everything but what you were doing.
Right.
And it took the place of playing, 14 hours of Call of Duty a day.
You let this guy in here? I can't with you.
What just happened here?
This guy just jumped right in.
I don't even know what. Listen, Gabe. I'm right there with you, man. And that's you. Yeah, trust me, I got it, man.
And so I got into music, and I was like, wow, this is really therapeutic. And then I ended up taking the thing that was therapeutic and turning it into something that was damaging.
Oh, I did too.
Yeah, and then I got away from it. And then when I got away from it, God gave me a new path, and now I'm a filmmaker. So I do music videos, and I do company promotions, and I get to do things in the music business that I love, but I do it from holding the camera side now.
Dude, that's awesome. And I need help releasing a video called Dear Mom. Obviously the song
Yeah.
And I don't know the first thing about it.
About making a video?
Well, no, the video's done.
Oh, yeah.
So I don't know. Do you know who Chris Martini is?
Sounds really familiar.
So Chris does a lot of stuff for veterans. Max Martini is his brother. He's a big actor.
We had him on the show probably about 2 months ago, I think. And his stepdad had just passed away.
Yep. His stepdad was in the 70s and 80s. Daytime TV series
with Jim. Oh shoot!
Now I can't even think of either one of their
I
names.
can see it, but
What?
I can see it, but I cannot think of.
James Garner. James Garner.
Yes, with James Garner. There we go.
No, James Garner.
Really?
Yeah. So James Garner wasn't their stepdad, but their stepdad was, and I can't remember the name of the show, but James Garner and their stepdad were in this like detective show.
Oh,
Not Dragnet, but
nope. Rockford Files.
Rockford Files.
Yes,
The Rockford
yes,
Files.
yes,
So
yes.
his partner, James Garner's partner, was their stepdad.
No kidding.
Is that crazy?
Yeah.
And he adored his stepdad.
Right.
Yeah.
And he did. And so both the boys and I guess their sister, I mean, I don't know a lot about their sister. I just know a lot about the two of them. And I'm a huge fan of both of them. And I'm sure if their sister's anything like the two of them, she's pretty amazing as well. But you know, I reached out to Chris because he's always doing stuff for veterans. And I was like, hey, Chris, would you be interested in doing a music video? Now, before I go there, I'll tell you that the organization that I work with on occasion, that Scotty and I work with, Operation Encore, was like, hey, well, let's figure out how to do a music video. And that means, you know, hey, let's figure out who we can get to produce the music video, how much it's going to cost, how much, what, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
What's your concept behind the music video? Yada, 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 yada. So we took my concept and we put it out to a few people, and some people are like, well, that's going to be like 40, 50 grand. And I'm like, and OE's like, well, we got you for 20, man. And I'm like, you know, I tried to reach out and make some more money from some other people. And, you know, right now trying to borrow money from anybody's like trying to squeeze blood from a turnip.
Yeah. Thanks, Joe.
But, right. So, you know, so that didn't work out very well. So I reached out to Chris. I didn't tell him what the budget was. I didn't tell him anything. I said, hey, listen, man, I have a song I need a music video for, and I would like to ask you if you'd be interested in doing it. Like, I see all the things that you've got going on and where you're at and what you're doing. Here's the song. Here's my concept. Would you be interested in doing it? He listened to the song and he was like, oh yeah, sure. Let's start talking about a budget. And I was like, well, here's what I have. You know, I have 20 grand. What can you do with that? He's like, dude, I got you.
Yeah.
And, you know, one thing led to another. And the concept was pretty simple. The concept that I had was biker riding along the old dark streets, you know, old streets, you know, back toward home, back into the middle of nowhere, little town. You know, seeing memories of the past and blah, blah, yada, yada, yada. Friends, moments, maybe combat scenes, whatever. Scotty's really struggling, isn't he?
Must be that Oklahoma connection.
It's not the Oklahoma connection. It's the Oklahoma connection in Nashville.
Oh, oops.
You're gonna play him. You're gonna play him a little.
I'm just gonna narrate. I mean, I'm just gonna play while you narrate. I just felt like this needed some background music.
Oh, right on.
Go ahead.
So
There you go.
the, you know, he's riding the bike on through the little bitty town, and then he comes through the town and he gets closer and he's riding into the graveyard. And then the second scene passes to mom's standing at home. He's hanging out. He's doing daily chores and she's looking at the calendar, marking days off to where it gets to go see Tommy, go see Terry, go see Sam, go see Shannon, go see Gabe. And it gets to that day and she marks it off. And she grabs her keys off the counter, walks out of the car, gets in the car, and she drives down the road. She's got a smile on her face, and she gets to the floral store, and she walks in. It says hi to the girls, and gets the flowers, and catches up, and then says goodbye and waves and smiles at everybody. Gets back in the car, and drives into the theater, or drives into the graveyard. And as she drives into the graveyard, he is kneeling down, and they're not seeing each other because it's two different planes. He's kneeling down, putting a letter out of his cut next to the gravestone. As she's walking up to the gravestone with flowers, he steps up and steps back. She kneels down, sets the flowers down, finds the letter. When she finds the letter, she picks it up, she opens it, she reads it. And with a tear on her face, she has a moment where she feels it and she hugs the letter. And then he rides off out in the middle of nowhere again. And as he rides off, he's joined by basically like a fire team. And they all ride off and disappear.
And this has already been made?
Yeah.
Dude, I want to see this.
Listen, when we're done, listen, I can't show it on here because I don't want everybody to see it. But I will tell you that when this is over and it's no longer live, I'll play it for you guys.
I'm gonna put this is our private chat going on here. So
yeah.
So, but yeah, but I will. But it's going to be released on May 6th, and I don't listen, man. That's what I said, Gabe. I don't know the first thing about releasing a freaking music video, man.
Yeah, you just got to get a publicist, man. You got to get with a publicist. And
I have been trying to figure out how to flip to do that. And
yeah, turn the light on, man.
Man, come on, man! I told you so much. All right.
He's driving in his closet. He's hanging out in his closet.
All right. Listen, I love that they got, like, you know, two of some great support people on this right now.
I don't even know what to say to you right now.
There's really only one MOS in the military, and it's the Army infantryman. Everyone else is just built to support them, and I really appreciate you guys.
I really don't.
I just want to say that.
I would go ahead and say that I agree with you, because I was an 11 Bravo as well. You see, because every basic Marine gets the 11 Bravo if they go to the Army. It doesn't even matter what their job was prior.
No. But if you're a Ranger, you get to be a Marine.
Yeah, I went to the infantry. That was the first thing I did, was when I went to the Army, I went infantry, and I was like, oh, this is just like everything else I did. So I left.
Yay me. So I want to go back. I want to go to Ranger school and jump school, and I can go back being Marine in a different branch.
No, I actually love the thing I loved about the infantry at that point was it was still pure, and there were no females in it. And so it was still very much I guess feelings-free zone would be a good.
Yeah, right. Well, you didn't have to worry. There wasn't. That's the problem with the world today, man. Hey, listen, I get it. We all have feelings, and they're not discounted. But living by my feelings is what put me where we were talking about earlier. Like, cocaine fueled, alcohol fueled rage monster.
Yeah.
Like, learn how to deal. I had to learn how to deal with those things. And having all that stuff on board, having all the medications that Uncle Sam put me on, I was on 14 drugs a day. Not like Scotty, which is on like hormonal therapy and whatever, but I'm pretty sure he's changing. Slightly.
Yeah. I got a good solid A cup coming in. It's nice.
Good for you. Good for you.
Thank you.
Listen, we should throw a coming out party for you. Anyway, listen, I feel like you guys have put the three of us together, and the world may regret it later.
Might have been
for sure.
Nope, no regrets. Nope.
No regrets.
No
I'm gonna
regrets.
get that tattooed right here underneath all of this.
Speaking of that, so when you get ready to deploy, right? They're like, nobody gets tattoos because they don't want to get infections, right? And then you get
right.
So we had this kid who it's just, oh man.
I hear a back piece coming on.
No, it was a chest piece, and it was right here, right? And I'm sorry, it was right here.
Yeah.
And it was the Twin Towers, right?
Okay.
And it was supposed to say that's why we fight.
Right.
But his tattoo artist must have had a lisp because it said that's why we fight. THATHS. That's why we fight.
I feel like there needs to be at some point in his life a moment where he goes into like SEER class and ends up in a box and somebody just shaves that off with a razor. Like,
I remember looking at it going, what is that? And he goes, what? And I was like, what is that? Right there. Is that an extra H?
Wow.
That's awesome.
Wow. You can't make shit like that up, boy.
That's why we fight.
That's why we hey, like his tattoo artist may or may not have been Mike Tyson.
Right.
No doubt.
That's pretty epic. I don't care who you are. Man, that's awesome. Yeah. So, but that's, dude, I don't even know what to say with my face. Like.
Listen, I saw Shannon's music video today, and it's fucking great.
Is it?
Oh, I'm excited. I'm super excited.
Yeah. I mean,
Shannon shows me everything.
I bet he does.
I do show Scotty everything, especially at 3:00 in the morning.
Yeah, there's an unwritten rule with me is if you FaceTime me, I will answer no matter where I am.
Oh.
So I'm in the shower. I'll answer. I've done it. I've tried to convince Adam Bird for years that we need to do a podcast called Veterans in the Mist, and it's just guys taking a shower having a conversation.
I'm a fan, dude. Don't threaten me. Don't
Adam,
threaten me.
if you're watching right now, Adam, that's confirmation, as my son would
Adam,
say.
like get off your bullshit, bro. Let's do this.
I'm more
Veterans
like,
in the Mist.
I'm gonna FaceTime you while I'm taking a shit, guy.
He's not lying. He's not lying.
It
doesn't bother me.
My best thinking. So
I mean, it's still misty in his bathroom at that point, but
yes. Yes.
You
I
can
don't know.
always
Just,
go
it's like,
on.
you're just soaping up, having a conversation. I mean, it's something I'm used to anyway.
Yep. True story. It's not like you've never done it in a shower before, anyway. A bunch of guys.
Okay, so if Adam doesn't want to do it, then we'll do it and run it through his platform anyway. So let's do it.
Adam.
Well, and then there's that.
Let's do it.
Then there's that. You know what? Let me tell you something. Let me tell you what I've wanted to do and what I had talked to Adam about doing, and he and I, for some reason, we always end up getting like, I don't know, busy or something, or we never get back to it. But I want to start planning an actual like spiral like tour, just an acoustic singer-songwriter like tour that just kind of broadens itself across the United States until it gets all the way out to the edge.
You know, you're in trouble if Peterson's listening. You know this, right? Because he'll
to the edge. Because the world's flat.
Listen here, stupid. Nobody asked you shit.
Oh.
You said the edge, bro. Like
I did.
The edge of the world. Like, look, get over that. It's round. There's no edge.
I don't know that I can. I don't know that I can subscribe to that.
Listen.
Yeah, it's actually more like a circle. It's not really like flat, you know.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen that video?
Is it like spherish? It's like spherish, isn't it?
It's more like snow globe-ish, you know, like with a bowl and the land in the middle.
Honestly, though, for real, I agree with that.
We are gonna sit here. Listen, this is why. If we go on tour, we'll never get shit done because we will literally sit here and talk shit about people.
I mean, we'll sing some songs.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
We'll sing some songs. Fuck yeah.
Hey, we're gonna come in. We're gonna show up. We're gonna play music for about 3.5 hours.
Peterson.
No, don't you tell me how to live, Mark.
No, hell no. What's gonna end up happening is we're gonna bullshit for 2 hours. We're gonna each play like one song, and then it's gonna be like, well, shit. I had 4 planned.
Problem solved. Problem staying solved.
Yeah, we'll have
Rangers
to
lead the way,
separate
right? Like that's how you do that. I'm okay with it.
There'll be a little separation room. It'll be okay. It'll be misty.
Hey, look, I got all the
go
time in the world right now since I quit being a tour manager.
You've got time.
There you go.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you're not wrong.
I don't have any time. Literally.
Scotty's really
whatever,
busy.
dude. Whatever. Listen, the Moxie is
Shannon. You know
the Moxie is calling your name right now. You're driving into the Moxie right now, aren't you?
No, I had to drop off my boys to their moms.
Oh.
But I was there last night.
I know you were there last
how
night.
How long have you been trying to let me hear your damn music video?
Oh, I don't know, at least a week and a half.
At least a week and a half, absolutely. I just fucking
my
don't
name
have
is Scotty
time.
Hastings, and I'm so busy that I can't wipe my own ass. I don't even know what's at it. I mean,
Yeah,
What
dude,
do
that's
you
why
do?
they make the thing that shoots the water.
What do you do for work, Scotty?
nothing.
Music.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
music is what I do for work.
so you're broke too.
Yep. True story.
Not really. My military retirement.
I mean, he's got a pension.
Yeah.
Well,
That's what happens
we all
when you
get
get
that.
shot 10 times.
Yeah, we all get
Like,
we all get our stupid pension and our retirement, whatever that is.
Yeah,
Is that-
when
so
you
I
get
got a
shot 10
question.
times, they're like, yeah, we'll give you money. Cool, whatever.
I was gonna say, does that make it more? Right? Is it?
No. He still gets the same amount.
Oh,
No,
serious?
I still get the same as everybody else. Actually,
Yeah, nobody gives
I
a shit that he
probably
got
less
shot
than
10
at
times.
least one of the people in here.
Well, I care.
I'm only 90%, so I probably get less than some people watching this.
Wow.
He gets less than I do
Why do you only have 90%?
That was a whole.
because he's
thing.
not pushing the issue.
Yeah,
I
I
don't-
can
I
still
didn't- I
function.
never did.
Because he's
I
not
never
pushing the
did.
issue.
I didn't.
You need to talk to Malachias.
He's not wrong.
I'm already working with a company to fix it.
Well, Malachias will do it. I mean, that's what he does all day.
That's
Right,
literally
dude?
what
Yeah, that's
Malachi does.
That's what it's Project POVAT. They do that as well.
Project Hovet. What'd you say?
POVAT, POV.
Oh, Hovat.
I thought
that
it was
all- I heard that all
Hovac
wrong.
too, like
Ho-
hooker
man, I
vats.
wish it was
Yeah.
POVAT. Like what?
I thought he said Hovet.
It's a good.
like Obovet.
Yeah, hell
like
yeah,
Obo-
man. It's
That's creepy.
Yeah. It's the last. It's kind of like a last redemption thing for veterans who are like they really had some hard times and they had to sell themselves on the corner. So you had to go get that hoe back and
Listen, stop
help
talking
out.
shit about me. Ain't nobody got to be bringing up my
gotta get
past.
that hoe back.
Why you got to talk about my past and shit?
I know, right? Out there in the middle of nowhere, Kentucky, selling his body.
No. I did it here in Texas. Promise.
Oh, there you go.
Way more money here in Texas. But anyway,
Probably a
I
little bit
digress.
expensive.
Always a digression. It is. So I think let's do this. You guys stay here, but Gabe,
Yeah.
I'm gonna put your website up. Is there
Oh.
anything you want to share? Anything else you want to share about what you do, how you do it, what you want to do?
Yeah. So I mean, I'm kind of in that creative space, still. I still write music here and there, and I played Warrior Rounds with JT Cooper not long ago, and I had a good time doing that. But I really I love making videos. I work in the gun industry. I work in the music industry. I don't know, just kind of all fun.
Going to be really, 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 really good friends.
Yeah.
Good friends is coming at the end of that. I know this. Well, I was going to see if we still had what
What's
you
that?
did for us. We have it in here somewhere.
Oh, that little deal. Yeah.
Just that little deal. Yeah.
Yeah, play the little deal.
I'll tell you the one I just did that's really cool that pertains to our conversation since we're all musicians here is the Bluesman Vintage Guitars. I just did their TV show intro for a thing we're working on.
Nice.
Pretty legit.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
actually on my YouTubes.
If you happen to come across a blues man that is like sitting in a box, like I might be able to give that away, or I don't know, one of those.
Yeah, I've got one. It's an amazing guitar. I mean, John makes
Nobody likes a bragger, Gabriel. Nobody likes a bragger.
Well, when you make videos, sometimes people trade you.
Hell yeah. Listen, you're
not wrong.
You get some cool stuff sometimes when you
Oh,
play
yeah.
music with certain people.
Scotty, stop talking about trading your mouth.
Yeah, if you go to my YouTube,
Put me to
Andrea,
college.
Yeah.
Actually, if it's on my website, right on my website, should be right under the Bluesman Vintage Guitar logo. Yeah, I'm in the middle of redoing that. I don't know where we are on it. I should say me. My buddy Evan is actually the one doing it.
Okay, so
Let me. I'm pulling it up on my side too, so I can.
Okay.
You see,
you have this one?
If you scroll down on my page, you'll see something that says Bluesman Vintage. Bluesman Vintage Guitars.
Oh, there we go. I just didn't go
There's
far
my
enough.
content reel.
Okay.
So, yeah, my content reel's got some footage from one of the funerals of one of the Marines that was killed at Kabul Gate.
Oh, wow.
Almost 2 years ago now. Yeah, I got asked by some people to go out and start filming footage. Yeah, it was sad. But the families, I've become good friends with two of the families, and it's the Kareem Nakui's family and Jared Schmidt's family, two of the Marines that were killed.
Right. Gotcha.
Great families, great people.
Right.
But yeah, so there's the Bluesman. There's my She Won't Be Lonely Long Clay Walker live video, my content reel. I mean, there's some stuff there. But play that Bluesman. That's a good one. I enjoy that one.
Okay. I'm going to do this. I'm going to try to share. Yeah. It might take a second, but oops.
We got this. You got this.
You can do it.
You can do it all night long.
Yeah. Okay, here we go. Share.
Uh-huh.
Pick it.
All right. I may be in and out. I'm in the middle of fucking nowhere, Tennessee right now. So
where's that? What part?
Okay.
This is Chapel Hill.
Oh, you're right by me. I'm in Spring Hill.
That sounds creepy. You guys are gonna hang out and touch each other.
Yeah, this is where someone sounds jealous.
I kind of do. I kind of am. I'm not gonna lie.
I know.
I'm not gonna lie.
Come here.
I am kind of jealous.
Shannon, get the wine.
What did you say with your face?
We'll get you back, Scotty.
Okay.
Is this showing?
Not yet.
Here
it comes. Give it a second.
Is it going?
Okay.
Is it going?
Here we come.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
All right, ready?
Just make it a big screen and mute it all.
And this is guitars.
On my side. It looks like it's all jacked up.
It's not playing well.
Yeah, it's jacked up.
Yeah, that's not your video. It's just the feed.
Okay, that was weird.
It's just a feed.
That was, sorry. Oops, and you guys are muted.
I think we should have just let it open, let it buff all the way out, and then played it. But
well, darn it. Well, so yeah, this StreamYard has a new sharing platform thingy, and it's a little. I haven't used it. I haven't used it live yet, so I apologize.
Is that the guitar builders out there in Spring Hill? There's a guitar company.
Oh, Gabe, you're muted.
That builds guitar.
Yeah.
There we go.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah, that's the one in Spring Hill. Yeah.
Yeah, I've been by there. That place is pretty sweet.
Yeah,
I feel like I need one of those freaking Stratocasters that they
dude. They build them from literally from the tree.
Right.
They cut the wood.
Right.
They do everything from the ground up.
It's a sexy factory for sure. I'm a fan.
Legit.
Yeah, no, they're a great company.
And then they make the freaking those. I was watching them cut those P90s, the P90 covers and stuff. Like that's some legit stuff, man.
Yeah, I've got one of their tellies, and it is slick.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I've got one of their basses. It's on the wall right now, but it's a double Thunderbird 4-string. Yeah, double Thunderbird 4-string.
I don't know shit about electric guitars.
Me
and Shannon have had this talk so many times.
You have a double 4-string.
It's a double Thunderbird pickup 4-string. Yeah.
Okay, so I was like, okay, what?
Like two Les Paul style pickups in the body.
Two H-bar Thunderbird pickups, right?
Yep, you got it. Oh, like this. Oh no, that's not me. That's somebody else. There it is. That's it right there.
Oh, come on. Are you serious? That's sexy, man.
That's pretty, isn't it?
That is beautiful.
Cool.
That big guard alone is like it's that's its own piece.
You can't see the flake in it, but it is like has this nasty silver metal flake, like 70s style. And
it looks like it's kind of, instead of being like a center burst, it looks more like it's like radiant from like the top.
It's like sparkly seats from the 50s and 60s. Yeah, super cool. But you can walk in there and pick your color and pick your flake, whatever you want. I mean, they do it all right there. They even wind their own pickups, hand wound.
I know. That's I can't. I don't even know what to say right now. I may or may not be a little envious, but I won't kill you.
I honestly have no idea what the fuck you're talking about, if we're being real. I don't know anything about electric guitars.
Yeah, we know, Scotty. We know. I love you.
I know I got a Les Paul. I know that.
I can't with you and your Les Paul. And oh, I got a 00 from freaking Gibson as well. I don't even know. And they're both tobacco. Hey, I'm going to go play for Dave Grohl. I'm going to play like 15 seconds.
Bro, I played 5.
Is that a Martin? That's a Martin.
No, this is a 1978 George Washburn, hand-built George Washburn.
Oh,
damn,
that's why it's so thick. That's a beautiful.
This was my dad's. My dad actually gave this to me.
That's a beautiful guitar.
The inside of the original Washburns, you can't see it in this one, but they're actually burned in George.
Right.
Washburn.
Yeah, with a.
It's actually burned into the bracing.
Right.
That's badass.
Yeah, it's a sweet. I had a K&K pickup put in it. And that's the one I've had forever. I've gone.
What's the width on that guitar right there? The brace, the center width.
Oh, dude, I don't even know.
It's got to be at least like 6.5, 7 inches.
Yeah. What's really interesting though is the hole, right?
The tone hole is probably bigger too, right?
It's small.
Is it?
It's tiny. Like you can't get a fuzz buster in it. It doesn't fit.
What?
Yeah. So this ring right here, this smaller ring is actually the right size for a normal sound hole.
Right.
But this one's actually small. It's probably only 3 inches.
Right.
I thought it looked small because the damn guitar was huge. Honestly,
I mean the guitar is huge.
I mean it's your basic D28 style.
Right. But it's a little. I think I want to say that those are a little thicker.
Oh, it's thick.
Than a D28. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
a D28 is probably like an inch and a half thinner than that. That thing's got tons of resonance in that boy.
Oh yeah, man. It stays in tune on its own. I never have to tune it.
Nice.
That's insane. I don't even know what to say to you right now. I'm so envious of you, and I may or may not want to have kids with you. And I don't know, whatever. We'll figure it out.
Well, with modern technology.
I mean, listen, I don't. We're gonna have to decide who takes the hormones.
You could just borrow some of Scotty's.
Scotty's got the hormones, you say?
He could be our
fucking back up off my shit. Back up off my shit.
He could be our surrogate.
$100 bill.
$100.
Oh, that's awesome. Well, Shannon,
that's awesome, man. And I Scotty, were you in here earlier when Gabriel was like, "Oh no, like I like." They asked how we knew each other or if we've ever met.
Yeah.
And Gabe was like, well, I did a cover of Dear Mom. And I was like,
yeah, I saw that, but I wasn't sure what it was for, but I did hear that.
Do you like an unsigned musician hearing about somebody doing a cover of their song?
Yeah.
Gabe, I don't even I want to hug you right now.
I'm sure you know Not Alone.
And I'm not trying to be an asshole. I'm being serious. That right there. I don't even know how to feel about that. That's just cool. Like the fact that you grabbed that, you heard it, and you did what you did with it, which I really, really like. I feel like we need to re-record that song after I release this video.
If you take that to a half a step, I always play half step down. That's kind of the Tennessee standard.
That's the Nashville way, man.
Yep. So I'm always a half step down.
Well, listen, when you hear Dear Mom, you're actually going to hear it it's actually in drop C.
Yeah, I was going to say it's a C song. Yeah,
it's in drop C.
Yeah.
Speaking of Dear Mom, we hang out like after the show. So if y'all want to stick around and hash out afterwards and all that, that's really awesome. But we're knocking on an hour and a half, and we kind of gotta sign out a little bit soon.
Yeah,
I'm about to lose service anyhow, guys. It was cool. I'll see y'all later.
Nobody likes you, Scotty. Go away.
Bye, Shannon. Love you, bro.
Love you, man. Be safe.
Okay, the rest of you are all just chopped liver. Sorry. Bye, Scotty.
Right?
No.
Love you guys.
So was there like questions or anything that we needed to answer?
That was okay. So
you guys,
like we were too busy having fun with our
Look, that's really the fun part about all this.
Yeah,
is
like we were totally literally just kind of like, hey, I know we're doing a podcast, but fuck all you guys, we're having fun.
I think it was perfect because I think there's a lot of people out there.
But we might need to do this again and actually set up the podcast.
I think we'll do this again, and we will. Now that we know some things, we can add some things as well. That'll be awesome because yeah. Well, Mark's gonna be drooling too by the time he gets home. So,
where's he at anyway?
Oh, he might have been at like one of those teacher union thingies.
Oh wow, one of those things that you're supposed to. Be
You know what? I just got it. He's probably full of hormones because he just came back from San Francisco. He's probably all. Suitcase.
They have hormones in their milkshakes.
They do. Well, I mean, there's hormones in all the milk you're drinking anyway. So
you're not wrong. You're not wrong.
But not my almond milk.
It's not really milk now, is it?
Oh, now you get the joke, right?
It's a substitute.
Ish.
I actually.
I'm drinking milk like nut milks. That's creepy. That just sounds like a bad porn.
That is
drinking nut milk.
It might be the title of the show. Don't drink the nut milk.
Don't drink the nut milk. I'm writing this song.
Might be the title of the show.
I'm out on that one.
Yeah.
I'm out on that show. You guys are going to have to do that without me. I have nothing to say there.
Okay, that's not going to be the second.
Can you hold
show
the camera?
No. Sorry, I'm out.
I mean, I get it. I get it. You got to set your boundary somewhere.
I do. I have lines in the sand that I won't cross. Like
I do not blame you.
I don't do rap videos, and unless they're rap videos,
I can't.
Whoops. I think he
is he not in the hospital?
No, he knows what he's doing. He's talking shit. He's talking shit.
Go back to California.
Is he on a plane? Is that where he's at?
No, I think he's I think he's almost home. Actually, I wonder if he'll come in after he gets there.
Oh my goodness, I don't even know what to say to him.
I don't know. You'll have to ask
the show.
We're actually gonna Shannon. What? Any last words or thoughts from you?
No. Like listen. This has been an awesome hour and a half, man. Like it really has. I apologize for coming in late, because I had some technical difficulties, and I keep forgetting that when we use StreamYard, I have to use Chrome because of my Apple, and because StreamYard and they don't mix very well.
It's a thing.
So so I was like, I don't know what I'm doing, and I was like, oh, Chrome.
Yeah, I had to download it.
Yeah,
I apologize for that, and we've been.
No, I love StreamYard. Actually, I actually like using it because I can connect it to all of my social media.
I hope they're listening right now. There must be a kickback.
What?
For this being mentioned.
We'll I like their logo.
Out. Yeah, I like the duck. The duck with the
that.
On it. Yeah.
All right then, Gabe. In closing, any last thoughts? Let's all go to Nashville.
It's I'll be there tomorrow. I've got to go to the studio tomorrow and do some filming at a music session. So
I like
yeah, closing thoughts, I guess, is just if you've heard anything, you've heard camaraderie tonight,
Yeah.
between vets and
family.
You're never alone, right?
I know a song.
I think we can
Dude.
close. I think we can close with that song.
Yeah.
I feel like Gabe studied you, Shannon. I feel like he knows.
Have you heard that song, Gabriel?
He's leading us.
I don't know.
Oh.
Well, this is going to be terrible. He's
Yeah,
going to hear
well.
it. He's going to be like, I'll never want to talk to you again.
No, not going to be. Nope. Thank you for that. Thank you, Gabe. That's awesome. Jonathan.
I think it's been said like several times by multiple people tonight, but stand up and don't just talk about what you want to do. Stand up and do what you want to do. Mark says it all the time. You can't have you can't just have a mission and not move on it, right? You got to have boots on the ground. You got to be actively working towards accomplishing something. Otherwise, it's just all words. And we all know there's 22 veterans a day. We all, more than that, but we all know already. The world knows. It's time to do something about it.
Stop doing push-ups. It doesn't help.
That's
But look at these guns.
So yeah, well,
do push-ups for you, not for 22 dead people.
Right. No, that doesn't help them at all.
No, it's like the ice bucket challenge. The dumbest thing ever.
Oh yeah, we're gonna do ice bucket challenge, and we're gonna save all these people from ALS.
Yeah,
or we won't.
I didn't. Yeah. The awareness thing is crazy.
People like to feel good about something, right? That's all it does. It gives them their little quick. I did something to help. Like, never mind. I'm not going to get into it. We got time for this.
We can talk about stroking.
That's a whole nother show.
We can talk about stroking people's egos after we get off air.
Real. All right, guys. Well, I want to thank you again for being on the show. You are. I'll tell you in a minute what I was about to say, but even though we were off, not really off topic. This was all we took a different road to our topic. We do this live podcast. We do it live because we love to see your faces, and we do it on the podcast to see if we can reach even more people. We need to, it says in my notes here to create awareness of the vast needs of our veterans, but that's already there. That's what we just said. But really what we're doing is trying to create a network of organizations to be proactive, boots on the ground, a big force with the mission of supporting all of those who have served and are currently serving, and to also create resources and networks that will accommodate all that financial need. We talked about this. Nobody gives like they gave 5 years ago. And so we need to continue finding that financial support as well as we weave all of these things together. So thanks for coming on. And we will have to do this again. This was probably kind of fun. Mark might not let us play alone, Jonathan, again. But it was fun. All right, we're going to listen to this song. It's weird. It's called You're Not Alone. And I think Shannon Book.
It's called Not Alone. Just
Not Alone. Oh, excuse me.
Oh. What's that?
You're
not
alone.
I mean, it's close. It's close.
Okay.
But not so weird. And not by somebody who does propofol for fun.
It doesn't do it anymore.
Yeah, he doesn't. You're right.
That was like a shower version. But yeah. It's close. All right, guys. Stick around.
Sexy version.
It's the sexy in the mist version. Perfect. We'll catch you guys in just a minute here. All the rest of you, we'll see you next week. Have a great week.
He sits on his bed with his gun in his hand. He thinks his life is over, he can't understand. A bottle of whiskey and some pills in the drawer. He doesn't want to hurt himself or hurt anymore. Why must it be this way? Just think it all over and listen to the words I say. You are not alone. There are so many people who fight with their demons each day. 'Cause you are not alone. So take my hand, brother, let's beat this together today. You're not alone. She picks up the clothes that fall loose on the floor. She finds a crumpled letter just behind the door. Begins to read it with tears in her eyes. A horrible feeling takes over inside. Says, honey, can I talk to you? There has to be something that we can do. You are not alone. There are so many people who fight with their demons each day. 'Cause you are not alone. So take my hand, baby, let's beat this together today. You're not alone. Ooh, you're not alone. 'Cause you are not alone. There are millions of people who fight with their demons each day. Yeah. And you are not alone. So take my hand, son, let's beat this together today. You're not alone. You're not alone. You're not alone. Sits on his bed with his gun in his hand. He puts it away, 'cause now he understands.